It's sad enough that our young men are being killed. But when our women are not safe, as men in our community, we are called to stand up and protect the women in our community. That's right. And when our women are not safe, then it's going to get to a point that we can no longer be passive. There you go. At some point, we have to fight aggression with aggression. But when our women are not safe, as men in our community, we are called to stand up and protect the women in our community. That's right. And when our women are not safe, then it's going to get to a point that we can no longer be passive. There you go. At some point, we have to fight aggression with aggression. But when our women are not safe, as men in our community, we are called to stand up and protect the women in our community. That's right. And when our women are not safe, then it's going to get to a point that we can no longer be passive. There you go. At some point, we have to fight aggression with aggression. As pastors and Christians, yes, we're called to love. We're called to forgive.
What?
We're called to forgive.
What the hell is he talking about?
We're called to forgive.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
But we're not called to be fools. That's right. And it's time out for you continue to kill the people in our neighborhood and expect us to be passive. So again, I'm with Bishop Kirkland. When I first got involved with this is what I said. What bothers me with us as a community is 2 or 3 weeks we'll be upset, we'll be angry, and then we'll go on with life. But what we're finding out, if we stop for 2 or 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks later, somebody else may be killed. So we got to stand up as a community and let them know that we're sick and tired of our young ladies being killed. We're sick and tired of our sons being killed. And the thing with this, you can't say she had a gun in her hand. It don't matter if she did, because in all actuality, if the council doctrine could have stood in the Ambergaga trial, then it could have stood in this one. She had the right to protect herself if she's in her own house. And if you're outside of my house, walking outside of my window, and there is a gun in my house, as a person that has property and is a rightful property owner, I have a right to protect myself. So I want to find out how you're going to twist this one, how you're going to turn this one to try and make it seem as though it's justified for you killing this lady in her house. And the next thing I would like to say to Chief Krause, Mayor Betsy Price, and all the city officials, we're not asking for a suspension. And I'm saying as a community, we're not asking for a suspension. We're asking for termination. We're not going to allow you to tell us he got suspended for 30 days and we applaud you and say, job well done. This person, whoever it is, male or female, does not need to be on the streets. Because if that was me and I killed somebody that was in their own house, me knowing from dealing with the system, y'all gonna put me in prison and put me in there for a long time. So we cannot allow this woman to do this or this man to do this, keep their job, and then not label them as what they are, and that is a murderer.
That's right.
So again, we're calling on our communities to understand, and I'm with Bishop. No, we're not here to sell our people out. No, we're gonna fight hand, feet, tooth and nail for our communities. No, we're not here to sell our people out. No, we're going to fight hand, feet, tooth and nail for our communities. No, we're not here to sell our people out. No, we're going to fight hand, feet, tooth and nail for our communities. Because in all actuality, I think that's what people miss. We just like y'all.
That's it.
I don't care how many tables we go sit at. If they catch me at the wrong time in the wrong place, it could be Pastor Rodney McIntosh that get killed, just like they done this woman.
If the officer is at fault, then the officer must suffer the consequences, because you cannot continue to kill people and justify it because they're law enforcement.
So our concern is this. Number one is that as in Dallas in both John's case, police entering the house. This time, the police took it a step further, and she was in her own place and shot and killed her. That is not only unacceptable, that's murder. That's right. The Fort Worth police murdered this woman. The Fort Worth police murdered this woman. The Fort Worth police murdered this woman. Don't paint this sister as no villain.
That's right.
If you do that, if you paint this sister as a villain, this city gonna have hell to pay. If you paint this sister as a villain, this city gonna have hell to pay. If you paint this sister as a villain, this city gonna have hell to pay. Don't paint this sister as no villain. They're the ones who murdered. They murdered her. And there's no excuse for it.
None.
At some point, we have to fight aggression with aggression. Fight aggression with aggression. Fight aggression with aggression.
No, I don't. I never forgive you. nor will I forget.
Hey, I heard that motherfucker fed talking, ain't no fucking forgiveness. Hey, motherfucking nigga dead walking, ain't no motherfucking witness. Hey, sparking every fucking drink I'm drinking in the activist and making taking changing, playing both sides like a fucking traitor, ain't no fucking forgiveness.